All right. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for your time. We truly appreciate it. Over the last 2 years, we've been working on this software with guidance and advice from many senior professionals in the industry in terms of how do we make the coding process easier. So the agenda for today is I will just kick it off. My name is Adithya Budhavarapu. I go by Adi. I will just kick it off and hand it over to Jim. Today, Jim and Ankita, who are on this call, will drive it forward. Ankita, if you can share your screen again.
Yeah, just a second. Yep.
All right. Thank you.
Over to you, Adi.
Thank you so much. So, as I mentioned before, it's going to be a quick 30 minutes, but hopefully you'll have something to take away. And we'll thank you once again for your time, and we look forward to working with you. So, next slide. Over the next 30 minutes, we will go through this agenda. Really, I'll give you a quick overview of the speakers. And then Jim will talk more about the pain points and solution, and then we give you a brief demo. So on the speakers front, we have two very veterans to the industry in terms of product development and industry expertise as well. First, we have Ankita, who is a product manager who has been running this product with guidance and feedback from many industry professionals, as I mentioned before. She has expertise in CRM systems and building software for sales teams. So very excited to have her. And in addition to that, we also have our partner, Jim Reynolds, who has been in the manufacturer rep industry for a very long time, working with various stakeholders. He is the CEO of ProEx services. We are very excited to have Jim on board as well, who has been guiding along with a number of other stakeholders in terms of building the software and currently live on the software. So Jim, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. With that, over to you, Jim. If you can talk about the pain points and what you see from the tooling perspective, that'll be great. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks, Adi. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
So good morning. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I just want to quickly tell the story of how this really started, where about 4 or 5 years ago, Adi and myself met at a trade show. I am an independent rep, and I distribute products a lot like you members on the call here. And in just having a casual discussion about the industry and about daily challenges, I had mentioned to Adi, I said, wow, there's not really a good software out there that small business people can easily access for an affordable price, and something that we can use every day to help generate more business and manage the multiple Excel price lists that we receive each year. And this was actually before COVID. So then when COVID hit, the conversation got even more interesting because the price lists were coming every month, every week in some cases, with price updates and how to manage those price lists and still quote at the current pricing. And what I found as an independent rep and as someone who distributes products was that there really wasn't a good affordable software solution out there other than the Zohos or the QuickBooks or some of the bigger names, which could easily get into $30, $40, $50 a month to manage your price list and just create quotes and get prices out there so that you can do business. So Adi and I got to discussing and decided, well, we were going to come up with one. And what you see here are the results of what we worked on for the past few years to come up with a basic quoting software for simple people to do simple things. And that's kind of what we're priding ourselves on. It's not a full integrated system that is going to do as much as Zoho or QuickBooks right now, but it will grow. But we plan to keep the price very affordable for small business. So if you're like me, you probably managed multiple price lists with Excel sheets, and often you're typing Excel quotes or Word quotes, and it's difficult to track those and maintain the consistency. It's difficult to format those and give your company a professional look. And you want that to be received to the end user in a professional look so that it makes you look professional and you're able to generate more business. So manually calculating, you find errors in your quotes, manually entering parts, you find errors in your part numbers. It all takes away time from what you really should be doing, which is growing and selling your business. And that's why we have what we're looking at today. So Ankita, if you could just go to the next slide. There we go. So this is kind of, this is the dream right here. Multiple Excel files coming into a program, and coming out of that goes your quotations to the customers. So finding a way to easily manage that. I mean, the solution was really important for us to find a way to allow people on this call, like myself, small business people, to have an affordable way to create very professional quotes. And, you know, it's come a long way. And the quote management system that we have is still fluctuating. If you're on this call, you're entering at a very interesting time right now where we're still developing and adding solutions that we field from people like yourselves. So if you do log on to the software and find something you like, let us know. If you find something that's missing, let us know. So these are just a couple of screenshots here of what you might see when you log into the software. And right now it's free to anyone who wants to take a look at it. After that, you know, we'll have some basic pricing that Ankita is going to go over later, but the concept here was to make it easy to upload Excel price lists. So this first block on the left of creating a price list is really the heart of this software. If you've ever used a quote software or a professional software, they're just not easy. It's just not easy to upload your price list and get that to where you need it to be as a rep or a distributor. So our goal was to make it easy so that you can manage the price lists and you can upload the price lists for your organization when necessary and as necessary. You know, scrolling to the right, you'll see basic fields that we've started out with: project, price list, account names, contact names. And then, you know, next year we'll add your line items and you'll generate a PDF quote, which can be emailed and tracked in the software. So it's a very basic process. We try and make it simple, just a few steps to make it easy for you to use. Next slide, Ankita. So this is where we're going to get into a live demo, and I'll hand it over here. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to go ahead and enter those in the chat or save them until the end.
Thanks, Jim. So I'll quickly move on to the demo. Just a second. Yeah, I see some participants waiting. That's great. They have just entered at the right moment. Yep. Oh, okay, I've admitted them. Yeah. Okay, so let's go on to the demo. So as like Jim has mentioned, that PlayClay was designed taking into the needs of a rep. So if you see, the whole solution is crafted taking into the consideration the needs of a rep. Okay, so the most important thing for the rep is to streamline their entire quoting process, which starts from uploading the price list, which you get like Jim mentioned, that comes on a weekly basis or it comes on a quarterly basis, right? So right from uploading a price list, creating quotes using those price lists, and then sharing quotes in professional and branded format to your customers is something which PlayClay achieves today. Yeah, so I'll just start with how can you upload a price list. So let's say you have there's some basic assumptions here. Let's say you have signed in into the system as a distributor, or let's say as an independent sales rep. The very first thing which you need to do is to upload a price list. For that, you need to click on the upload a price list button on the landing page. This is the very first page which you're going to see once you sign in into the application. You have to click on the upload a price list button, which takes you to the add price list user interface. So here we'll start off with creating the first price list. Okay,
Do you
so
mind?
let's say
Sorry,
yeah,
do you
yeah,
mind
Adithya.
adding Anthony to the call? There's somebody in the wait list. And you can make me a host and I can control that.
He's in now, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I have made you the host, Adi.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go ahead with the demo. Okay, so let's say you have a price list which came to you today from the manufacturer called AB. And once you get the price list, you'll create a price list, basically add the name. Then what you're going to do is you set the effective dates here. So as to determine when is the pricing valid. Okay. Once your details are added, very basic details, you need to click on the save button. Once you click on the save button, system takes you to the import listing page. So the import listing page is the user interface where you can upload your price list. Okay. Now if there is an important thing which you need to keep in mind here is you need to upload an UTF-8 CSV file format when you are doing an import. So all you need to do is when you're getting the Excel sheet from your manufacturer, just save the file format as UTF-8 CSV format. Okay. Then let's go ahead with uploading the file. So I'll click on the choose file button, which opens the system dialog box, and then we'll select the file. So I just have created a price list. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, then I'll move on to the next button, which takes me to the field mapping screen. So the field mapping screen is nothing but it allows you to map your column headers to the system fields. So your price list might have a part number, a product description, the pricing, and other attributes, right? So we'll start mapping it, whatever I have in my price list for now. So the product code, I'm going to map it with the part number, the product name with the product description, the list price simply with the list price, and also I have a weight. Yeah, so I'll just map it. So my fields are now mapped and I'll schedule the import. So I'll click on the next button. As you see, system throws a pop-up message which tells that your import is now being scheduled and you will receive an email after the file is being successfully uploaded. Okay, we'll click on the done button here. So once you click on the done button, you see here that your price list, which you have just uploaded, is getting listed here. These are the list of your attached files. Okay, which is in progress. So what I recommend you to do here is just click on the refresh button. Okay, because usually it takes around 60 seconds to upload around and like 1 lakh records. So yeah, as you see, it just happened in a matter of seconds, right? So we'll quickly go ahead and see what we just uploaded. So I'll click on the view price list button here, which takes me to the view price list page. Okay, so let's see what we got, what we just uploaded. So you see here, these are the line items which I just uploaded. So now it's ready. My price list is ready in the system, and now I can create a code using the price list. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a code. For that, what you need to do is click on this create a code button in this update price list page. Yeah. So once you click on the create code, you land onto the create code user interface. As you see, this is a very simple, easy to use interface. So I'll just start off with adding the project name. Let's say this is your first project. Okay. And my price list, as you see here, is already selected. I'll go ahead and select an account. So let's say I'm preparing this code for Jacob. Okay, and the contact name is already defaulted here. This contact name is nothing but a primary contact name which you have created earlier against this account. But let's say if you don't want to select, you want to add a new contact, you can do so. Let's say, yeah. So I have added a new contact and I'll just add that to the code. Yeah. Okay, the code has the contact name and the account name now. I'll also select the distributors. Let's say I also want to email this code to a couple of distributors. Okay, and I'll select the multiplier value. So we support different kind of price modifiers today. For this demo, we are using multipliers here. We support discounting models also. Yeah, so my code details is nearly ready. I'll just quickly go on to the billing and the shipping address section. So as you see here, the billing shipping address is defaulted based on the account which you have selected, but you are not limited to this. You can update your the address if required. Let's say I add more details. Okay, so in most cases what we have seen is the shipping address is always or like in most cases it's similar to the billing address. So we have given a quick checkbox on click of which system defaults the same billing address in the shipping address section so that you don't have to retype it again. Okay, I'll quickly go ahead and start adding line items now. So all you need to do is position the cursor in the text box as you see here. Then let's type with the initials. In this case, let's say you do not remember the whole part number. Okay, so I'll just type in the initial character, or let's say any character of the part number. Once I type, I'll just click on the enter button in my keyboard. And what system will do is system will open up a pop-up window which will list all the products which has the X character in it. You can easily select all the three or the required items and then click on insert. Okay, once you click on insert, the line items are now added. We'll go ahead and add the quantities. Your multiplier is already defaulted based on what you have set in the multiplier in the code details section, but you will always be able to update. Let's say you don't want there's something other, there's another multiplier which you want to apply at the code line item level, you will be able to do so. Okay, so this section is ready. I'll add a subtotal. So to add a subtotal, again you need to right click, you'll see the drop down, click on the subtotal, click on add subtotal. Okay, your subtotal is added. Then I'll move on to creating the next group. For that, again, let's say in this case I completely know the part number, let's say BGX3. Okay, once I type in the part number, I'll click on enter. System will insert the line item directly without taking you to the pop-up window. So if you know the line item, it does not involve any multiple clicks. Okay, I'll add some more. So you can add up to 50 line items all at once in a code. There is no restrictions. Okay, so my code line items are ready. I'll also add a subtotal for a grouping. Yeah, this is added. Now let's say in quotes, what we also see, there are some other charges that come up. Like for example, it could be your installation cost, it could be your labor charges, right? So I'll add the additional charges. So again, right click on the mouse, the drop down comes up, click on additional charges, then click on add additional charge. The pop-up window opens, type in your additional charge. You can add n number of additional charges here. Yeah, okay, so additional charges are now added. Now we'll see how the quote looks like. So this is how my total looks like. My total line item is there, my prepaid freight minimum is there, my additional charges is there, assuming that you don't have any text as of now. Okay, so the grand total is calculated. I'll quickly click on the next button to go on to the summary page. Okay, so this gives a quick preview of the code, how the code looks like. Okay, details are ready, everything is good, there are no errors I see. I'll submit the code. So once I click on submit, at this point the code is captured in PlayClay. Okay, so at this point the code is captured in PlayClay. If you exit without saving the code, then the code will not be saved. Okay, so once you click on submit and the code is captured, system redirects you to the send email pop-up window. So this user interface enables you to select a code template, specify your recipients who has to receive the code, yeah, and also it will also enable you to select the email template. So for now, what we have done is we provide some out of the box sample templates which you see here, but you're not limited to this. Okay, this is the sample template one and this is how it looks like. This comes out of the box, you can use it if you want it. But if let's say we do understand, for example, we have seen that like every rep has to follow the branding guidelines given by the manufacturer. In that case, just click on this drop down, click on create custom template. Okay, this is a one-time setup you need to do. You don't have to perform this again and again, because once you create and publish a template, you can use it n number of times for the future. Okay, so we'll just quickly create a template now. Okay, so I uploaded a price list for the manufacturer named AB. So let's name it as AB manufacturer price list. Sorry, template. Okay, I'll quickly add details. Let's start off with adding the company logo. Yeah, let's add the name of the company. Yeah, yeah. Then you can also add the address of the company here. Okay, okay. Let's now go ahead with The quotation is being prepared for whom? Quotation is prepared for ideally for the account or the contact. So we provide something called as merge fields. In order to add the merge fields, you need to click on code fields, code details, and let's say you associate the account name here. Okay, so because you are preparing the code for your account. Also, you want to add, let's say, some other details like the code contact name. Also, you want to add. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then let's add the, let's say you have to also add some billing shipping section. So yeah, so I'll just add the bill to section here. Again, click on code fields, billing address 1, 2, city, state, country, postal code. Okay, same thing we'll do for the shipping as well. Again, please note that you can format it. I'll show you how to do that. Shipping 1, 2, city, state, country, last the postal code. Okay, you can format it any way you want it. I am just keeping it simple for now because we have restricted time, right? So yeah, so okay, very simple. Just position the cursor and then start formatting it. Okay, now let's move ahead to add the most important thing in the quote, which is your quote line item table. For that, simply click on this quote table. It's going to insert the quote line item table. Okay. Also, we saw that we had some additional charges. Let's click on add-ons table. It's going to insert. So if you see the quote template is nearly ready, let's go ahead and publish it. Okay, please make sure to publish it if you want to leverage this template while sending out the quote email. If you save this as draft, it means that you have some further work left on the quote template. It will not come up in the select quote template section. Okay, so once I click on done button, this takes me back to where I came from, the quote listing page, where I'll just select the quote. Yeah, so if you see, this was the quote which I was working on, the first quote. I'll click on the three dots button under the actions, email button. This again opens up the send email pop-up window. As you see here, my AB manufacturer template is selected. Let's just give it a second to load. Okay. Maybe it didn't save. Okay, fine. We'll move ahead with the sample template for now. Yeah. So once this template is ready, we can email it. Let's say I'll just email this to the customer. Yeah. Okay. Just click on the send email, add your customer details, and then click on the send email. If you wish, you can download it also. In addition to this, you can also add your product specs on the go. If you have some product specs linked to the products, you can also include product specs and you can send it. Yeah. Just click on send email. Yeah, your email is being sent. Let's see how it looks like on the customer side. So yeah, so we have received the quote. Let's just stop in the quote. Yeah, so this is how your quote looks like. Okay, so if you see here, the entire process took just couple of minutes to upload your price list, to create a quotes, to set up a, to create a quote template and then roll it out to the customers. But if you see, some of these are the setup process. For example, uploading of a price list, right, which you might be uploading once in a quarter or twice in a quarter, right, or let's say once a week. But creating quotes and and sending it out to the customers is a daily task, right? So if you see, the whole process will just take couple of minutes to create a quote utilizing a price list which you have uploaded, and then utilizing a template which you have created, and in this way you can share a branded and a professional quote to your customer. I'll just quickly go on to to the demo. Oh, sorry, I'll just quickly go on to the slide now. The another question that comes to mind when like I have just shown the demo, the next thought that is coming to your mind right now is what's the pricing, right? Because be it any tool, there are doubts always, right? So what we have given for the reps is we offer a free trial, okay, for 60 days, so that first you become comfortable with the software, you learn how first you see if it aligns with your business needs, right? You upload a price list, you create codes, there is no limitations to the number of uploads you can do or to the number of codes you can create as of now. So all you have provided is a 60 days free trial, so that which will help you get started very easily. And once you are comfortable, and we can also work with you to customize it the way you want, and then you can move on to the paid plan. Okay, so the paid plan which we have given $4.99, this is for lifetime for the ones who have just joined the webinar. So please leverage that and give us your feedback, like how did you feel using our quoting tool. So we'll be waiting for the feedback. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just quickly take some Q&As. Krishna or Adi, if you can help us with the Q&As that has just dropped in the chat box.
And also, because in the interest of time, we showed you a very quick template, but that can be made very beautiful and published. And special thanks to OSNB, our partner customer, who have been very instrumental in driving the requirements, especially from that particular industry, that particular perspective, who helped shape up the software as well. Any questions that you guys have, we have a couple of minutes. Hopefully this gives you a flavor for what we intend to do, and happy to take any questions in the next 3 minutes. You can either chat or you can unmute yourself and ask, no problem.
Hey, Adi, it's Jim here. I just want to reiterate what Ankita said about those members on the current webinar right now for $4.99 a month. That is a lifetime deal. Having used a lot of these softwares throughout my career, you sign up and then the price goes up. So getting a $4.99, having something like that, try it for free for 60 days and then take the $4.99 for a lifetime is golden, because the price doesn't go up. That's a great deal.
Thanks, Jim. Any thoughts, Curtis, or anyone in the?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. All of our quotes we do right now, we do use Excel. So it does look fairly convenient how we can upload the price list. The only thing for us, not all of our price lists are in Excel. A lot of them are in PDF too. So I don't know how big of an issue that would be getting some of that stuff in there. But it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty easy to use. Seems a lot faster than how we're doing it now. Yeah, it seems pretty good.
Hey, Curtis, we can definitely help you with the PDF. And also what I find as a manufacturer's rep myself is that if I just ask the manufacturer for an Excel formatted file, they'll happily send it to me because they know if it's easier for me to quote their stuff, it'll be easier for them to get more business.
Yeah.
Yep. And one more point, we are, like Jim said, we are happy to help you anytime in terms of whatever you need. And the second point is, while Ankita showed you the way of uploading the price list, if the manufacturer is present in the ecosystem, then all you need to do is just subscribe to the manufacturer and you automatically get the price list from there. So there's no need of uploading as well. For example, we are working with OSNB today, and if OSNB uploads the price list, then there's no point for you to upload it again or get it from the manufacturer. All you need to do is a simple subscribe and boom, you have the price list with you. Yeah, we will probably have one more time for one more question or any comments, thoughts from anyone. Definitely we'll reach out to you offline and figure out how we can work with you, collaborate and learn. We want to add value to you, and we want to learn from you and make this better so that it's easier for you, and affordability is a big deal for us. So everything, the technology that we use, while we bring in AI and all the latest concepts into it, that does not mean that the price has to go up. We can keep it low, and that's what our intent is. Awesome. Thank you all for your time. It's 10:30. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. We are more than happy, and we will reach out to you, like I said, and we'll work together. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Have a
Bye.
good
Thank
day.
you.